So if you follow my channel for any length of time, you know I spend a great majority of my time outdoors, overlanding, off-roading, mountain biking, exploring the woods, etc., etc. And no matter where I go, I carry one piece of gear with me that I've assembled over the last 15 years. And I'm going to show it to you because this thing could absolutely save your life, no matter where you are. And it doesn't just apply to people that go outdoors. This is for people that live on Earth. We live in a place where things go wrong suddenly and with no warning. And at any given time, you could find yourself with no power, no water, no gas, no ability to communicate. And what I'm going to show you how to build is going to help you out exponentially. So check this out.
Welcome to Jailbreak.
Nice. Nice. Thank you, ladies. And before we get started, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button as well as the little bell right next to it so you're notified of all new videos. Here we go. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what I carry on me every day. Every day, I have a pocket knife. Every day, I carry a flashlight. Every day, I carry a Leatherman. And more importantly, every day, no matter where I go, I carry this bag. And this bag could absolutely, without a doubt, save your life. I'm going to show you what's in this bag, and I'm also going to leave links to Amazon for you to assemble your own bag if you're so inclined. I'll make it easy for you. But this bag fits absolutely everywhere. It can be attached to a backpack. It can be hung on. It can be carried in a cargo pocket, actually. You can keep this in your vehicle. You can keep this in your pocketbook. You can keep this in the console of your truck. And if you got to go, grab and go. But this bag will give you a much easier time of it should, God forbid, something like 9/11, power outage, car accident, storm, any variety of things that could leave you on your own with just whatever you can carry. And this makes it easier and will make your life that much better. So let's take a look. First of all, on the outside, we have this. Carpe momentum. Seize the moment. Live every day like it's your last. One of these days, you'll be right. In the front of this bag, I've got some poison ivy cleansing towelettes. Very, very helpful. I also have a pyro pack. These are made, this is a gel that makes starting a fire in really bad conditions that much easier. I carry these also, Ben's towelettes for ticks and insects, but I also spray all my clothing and all my gear down with permethrin. So that's what's on the outside. Let's open this bad Larry up. On the inside, there is a veritable cornucopia of life-saving items. I carry a marine flare, and it's actually time to replace this. This has been in there about 4 years. Marine flare, ladies and gentlemen. I also carry several good hanks of bank line. Bank line is great for setting up a shelter. You can use it as a tourniquet if you had to. You can use this for a variety of things. Fishing, anything you need a string for, bank line will do it and do it better than most. But when bank line won't quite cut it, that's when I break out Excellent. That's when I break out the Kevlar cordage. This is cordage made of Kevlar. It's incredibly strong, and it has been used, so that's why it gets put away kind of wet. Rode hard, put away wet. So marine flare, bank line, Kevlar line, and then of course you've got a veritable cornucopia of life-saving activities right here. Magnesium, ferrocerium, you've got the Tops Knives whistle, absolutely, and an old school can opener that actually really truly does work. I've also got a secondary whistling apparatus in here. This is made by Coughlin's. This has a built-in, very accurate compass and a temperature gauge. It's good to know the temperature in a survival situation. And it also has a whistle, very annoying whistle, but a whistle nonetheless. I also take a piece of cardboard, cut the cardboard, and then wrap it in really, really strong Gorilla Tape or duct tape, whatever tickles your fancy. I also have chem lights. Chem lights are clutch. Always carry chem lights. What else do we got in here? We have a handsaw or an assassination device, whatever you plan on doing that day. But this little bad boy right here actually does work. I've used this to cut down a limb, and it will actually work. If you see what I'm saying. It's not my first thing that I go for, but survival situation. You just jumped out of your vehicle, you just ran out of your house, and this is all you've got. So that's what you use. I've also got fishing line wrapped up right here, and I put some elastic and bread ties around it because all of these are convenient, and this can actually be used as a fish hook if you need it. EDC trauma kit, quick clot gauze, soft T tourniquet, and nitrile gloves from Imminent Threat Solutions. Good stuff. It's all right in here, and it's vacuum sealed. Good to go when you need it. More duct tape, because you never know. And lip balm. Lip balm's good for a lot of different things. We also have, I'm going to guess this is fire starter. Why is everything so sticky? That's why you got to go through this once a year. I do have fire starter. I have your usual. These things work like a champ. I've got the volcano starters, and I've got this other type right here that works really, really well. One spark, and it's on. I carry a additional pocket knife in here. This was a zero tolerance Emerson collaboration with M390 steel that I ruined one day, sharpening it improperly, but it's a very, very sturdy knife. I've had it for a long, long time. I've also got this. This is the Bear Grylls version of the fire starter. You notice that I'm focusing a lot on fire? Yeah, fire's good to have. This bad boy right here, I couldn't, when someone gave this to me, I'm like, are you kidding me, Bear Grylls? This thing throws sparks like you read about. I mean, they're still going. And it's burning the bag, but not much. And this thing also allows you to keep fire starter in the end cap right there. This is a very good little setup right here. If you've only got one tool to make fire with, I think I would take this one. And I laughed because, you know, Bear Grylls, but it's legit. It really is. I've had this for a long time, and I've given away about probably 50 of these. I've also got an X-Acto pen knife in here. The blades are inside, but a pen knife, if you've got to remove a bullet or something else from somebody, this is the way to do it. And it's the most humane way because you do not want your buddy cutting into you with a Strider knife, you know what I mean? If you got to do surgery, I don't necessarily want to use a pocket knife. I'd rather use an X-Acto. And yes, it does happen. What else do we got in here? Always. I carry these in my pocket all the time too. always carry nail clippers with this bad boy on it, because an infected nail is a terrible thing, and it is more misery than you need to suffer. But this is also a very, very helpful tool, because this can cut through things. It does a lot of different things. This is a very, very good tool to have. I've also got a very, very convenient multi-screwdriver for many different situations. It's got a screwdriver with 2 separate tips on either end, and it takes the form factor of a pen. So for me, it works out really well, and it'll probably work out really well for you also. And then, of course, I've got hand sanitizer, Infectigard. This is good stuff, especially if you're prone to getting injured, damaged, etc. You see what I'm saying? I carry an EpiPen, not for me necessarily, but for others. Somebody that might have got stung by bees or had some other severe allergic reaction. Everything you need to know on how to use this is inside. These are very difficult to come by, but they're good to have. I also carry one of these straight razors, again, for fine cutting, usually on a human, to aid them in removing fangs, splinters, and whatever else they may have encountered. And the ubiquitous tick remover, always good to have. Also, I've got a almost comically large safety pin. These things are the bomb. Being able to use a safety pin that you know is not going to pop open on you in an emergency is everything you could ever want in a safety pin. Get one, or don't. Fishing leaders. These aren't necessarily just for fishing, but you can make traps with these for small animals, squirrels, rabbits, etc. And of course you can use them for fishing. There's a lot of different uses for these, and I will leave a link to all the different things that you can do with this in the description box below. Zip ties, wire ties, an infinite amount of uses, and now they make these that are actually reusable, so you can zip it and then unzip it when you need to. Phenomenal. That looks like an enormous booger of some sort, but I don't think it is. Magnesium. When you just can't get a fire going, you take the back of your knife, make a little pile of this, and it's basically thermite. All right. Inside pocket, I have first aid and water filtration tablets. Always have water filtration tablets, and always check on these every 6 months or so. Make sure the pouch didn't get wet, which this one has, which will cause these to basically break down, and when you need them, you won't have them. So get new ones, or don't, your call. Everything from blisters to large band-aids to butterfly band-aids, and then the associated antiseptics that go with it. I keep them in a good little Ziploc bag on the inside. This is more of the same with burn gel, because when you're playing with fire all the time, sometimes you run into the fact that you might need a little burn gel, because it happens. At any rate, on the inside, more first aid. Stops bleeding fast. Sometimes you need to stop bleeding fast. I've used these several times. You've seen some of my videos. Every once in a while, I'm bleeding so much that I need to stop the bleeding fast. And Quick Clot absolutely gets it done. Hurts like a divorce, but it works. And then, of course, the obligatory survival blanket. This is for 2 people, but I'm a fat guy, so I need one for 2 people, even though I'm only one person. And more fire starter and Imodium. Imodium AD. In case you find yourself in an extended survival situation and you've drank tainted water, you've eaten something, or your nerves have caused you to have diarrhea. Diarrhea will cause you to become completely drained in no time flat. The other thing that I keep in here is a large chunk of aluminum foil, because you can mold aluminum foil into a cup, a bowl, and use it for so many different things. Unfortunately, when I went and grabbed this, I thought it was good to go. I'm glad I'm making this video, because I need to restock this just a little bit. But all this stuff right here, you've got shelter, you've got fire, you've got water, and you've got means of protecting yourself and gathering food and skinning food if need be. You see what I'm saying? And if you never need it, your kids, your wife, your cousins, people, someone that you care about that isn't necessarily going to get into survival mode, even though in my lifetime alone, we've been in survival mode I don't know how many times, and every time I wish I had one of these with me. And every time I had one of these with me, I was glad that I did, and you will too. At any rate, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I will try to return the favor. I am out. Everything I just showed you in that video will be listed on Amazon. You don't have to get it on Amazon. You don't have to use the link, but it helps me, it helps you, and it's easy. And Amazon, love them or hate them, delivers really, really fast. At any rate, I'm out.